All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? This is your guy, Marcus Tunstall with the Beta Project. And today just happens to be Friday, April 3rd. It's 2020. And today's video is going to be Dare to Win with me. And yes, are you ready? I know you're ready. Okay, on your mark. It is impossible to win the race unless you venture to run. Impossible to win the victory unless you dare to battle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's what it's going to be about today. That's our quote for today. So the reason that I decided to use this quote today, hi, how are you doing? Is because we're talking about running this race. Right now, we are currently in a climate, and I keep using the word climate because that's the best way to describe it, that we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We assume a lot of things about tomorrow, but we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. A lot of us are going around our same habits that we would normally do and creating new basic habits so that whenever this is all over, we can return back to the life that we knew. But what if the life that we knew is actually not available for us to go back to? That is definitely a possibility. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, because I mean, think about it. These children have been at home with their parents, and parents have been at home with their children, and they're going to separate, and there might be some kind of anxiety or some kind of different internal mental feelings where kids aren't going to be at home with their parents anymore, you know, the younger kids, and it may create a type of depression. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be, you know, your job may not need you the way. I've already met people who got fired. As soon as they got laid off, they got fired. So we don't know what this climate's going to be, okay? But we do know one thing. If you don't run this race, if you don't come up to the starting line, get in your blocks, and get prepared to run, you're not going to win. So the biggest thing I want to kind of say with all this is, ladies and gentlemen, is that anything that you're about to, any endeavor that you're about to take on, anything that's going on in your life that you're about to have to deal with and battle, if you don't step up to fight this battle, if you don't step up to the race line, you cannot win. You automatically lose. The ironic part about it is that the people who run the race have the potential to win. Now, in the race of life, we don't just have one winner like we do at a track meet or, you know, in the Olympics. But the difference is that only those who actually get up to the race to run have the opportunity to win. The people who never step up to the line and shy away from the line because they don't want to run are guaranteed not to win and guaranteed to lose. So what I want to bring to your attention, ladies and gentlemen, is that what are you personally, for your family, your friends, for your loved ones, for any particular situation, what are you deciding to do when it comes down to the change that's going to be created in his life? Will you ignore that there's going to be change and assume that the world's going to go back to the way it was? Or are you going to make yourself step up to this line and start running now? Yesterday, I talked about sheer speed and about finding a mentor to get you to move faster. Because as the person you are right now, you can only go as fast as your pack. Or even if you're leading the pack, you can't go any faster because you're the top speed. But getting with somebody else who has more speed and shows you that it's a better way to run can help you create something. So now I'm asking you this. We know that a person who doesn't start the race can't win. We know a person who, and you know what, here's the crazy part about it, and this is another thing that kind of goes with what we're going through here now, since we're talking about this racing analogy. It doesn't matter how you start. See, we often think that we've got to have a perfect start coming out of those blocks and we're gone, right? But it's actually the person who is fastest will win this race. But if you don't run, you don't win, and it doesn't need to be a perfect start to win. Right now, this is part of your start. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened in the past is gone. This is a part of your start. This is your new race you're going to be running, and it doesn't matter that you don't really know where your money's coming from, or times are hard or stressful right now, because you have to start to win. And just because you have a bad start, 2020, doesn't mean you can't win at the end. You promised yourself at the beginning of 2020 it was going to be a year of vision, a year of spectacular, a year of amazing things happening to you. But then all of a sudden you start and 2020 happens, and now we're quarantined and we can't even be with each other. That doesn't mean that you can't win. All it means is that currently you can't be next to your neighbor like you wish you were. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't race, you can't win, and your start doesn't determine your ending. So all I want you to do is think about this, ladies and gentlemen. You have the ability to win every race you run as long as you get up to the line and you start the race. This is, like I say it every day now, there's an abundance in this world. God gave us an abundant world, but it's up to you to step outside and go after it and get it. It's up to you to step up to the line and run with the focus and the desire that you wanted. Otherwise, you can't complain that you're not receiving what you. I mean, you can complain that you aren't receiving what you want, but if you're not stepping up to the plate to run, then you can't win. Also, if you don't have the mentality to win, if you're just stepping up to the plate because somebody made you do it, you're not going to win. The winner's mentality is in the heart. It's in the soul. It's in the mind. It doesn't just, you just don't step up to the line and win. You got to want to win. There's an internal thing about winning where it feels a certain way. If you've ever won things, you understand. They call it the heart of a champion. If you don't have the heart of a champion, it's going to make it real hard for you to step up there and to win, especially when you're just stepping up because Corona made you. You get what I'm saying? I hope you understand that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I want to tell you because, I mean, if you've been reading this book with me at night, let me show it to you again. Nope. There we go. Let me show it to you again. The Shark and the Goldfish by John Gordon. He was a house pet, and he got brought to the beach and washed away into the ocean. And he didn't know how he was going to thrive and survive, but he had to step up to win. And we're almost done with this book, and they kind of talk about it throughout this book, is the change that he had to go through to win, but he had to start. You know, and so, ladies and gentlemen, your situation is the same. You were in your fishbowl. Your life was good. Your job was good. Your money was good. And then all of a sudden, this corona wave hit and knocked you into the ocean. Now, you can't quit. It might feel different. You can't quit. It might be different. You can't quit. You've got to step up to the line and figure a way out now. And before that, we talked about being lost. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not lost. Right now, in the situation, the climate we're in, we're not lost. We just don't know where we are in comparison to our future. See, before we thought we had our future in the bag and we knew exactly where we were going. But now it's a little bit unsure. You're not lost. You just have a new story. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is all. I believe and I love in each and every single one of you. And I hope you have an amazing, today's Friday, right? Amazing Friday. And I will see you soon. God bless and take care. I believe and I love in each and every one of you. Say again, I believe and I love in each and every one of you. And keep your smile on. Times are hard, but if you step up to the race right now, you can win when it all is over. But if you don't step up right now, you might try to start the race when it's over. And you won't, I mean, you can still win, but why not get a little bit of space between, you and the finish line, you and the starting line, before Corona ends and everybody's happy again. You get what I'm saying? You got this. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.